Guys, so before I get into today's fresh combo, I just wanted to talk a little bit about color theory and skin tones. That stuff is really important for everything cosmetics. You need to know what your skin tone is when you're choosing a foundation or eyeshadow color, or of course LipSense. So I spent a really absurd amount of time last night on the internet reading about this stuff, and I just want to share a couple of things with you. So the first thing is this color wheel, which is super important when it comes to understanding warm and cool colors. So on the one side, we have the warm colors, which are red, orange, yellow. On the other side, we have the cool colors, blue being the coolest, purple and green. If you have trouble remembering which is which, I think of fire and water. Fire is hot, water is cool. I don't know, it works for me. So where that plays into skin tone is you gotta think about skin tone as a spectrum too. So if you think of warm skin tones on one side and cool skin tones on the other side, and then everything between is neutral. So when you think about the two classic LipSense reds, those are Blue Red and Fly Girl. Blue Red, see what they did there, has more blue undertones, so it's going to look better on cool skin. Fly Girl has red undertones, so it's going to look better on warm skin. And if you think of those on either side of the spectrum, then you know which one's going to suit you better. How do I not own Fly Girl? So the next question is obviously, what is my skin tone? So you can figure this out in a couple different ways. While I do the combo on myself, I'm going to put up a really cool graphic that you can look at and determine which skin tone you are. But basically you want to think about which colors on the spectrum that we looked at earlier look best on you. You kind of have to forget which colors you like the best, because that'll throw you off a little bit. But if you look better in those warm colors, red, oranges, then you're probably warm. If you look better in the cool colors, blues, greens, purples, then you're probably cool. Now, if you're one of those lucky people who are neutral, then you can wear anything and it's going to look good. Now, just because you have a warm skin tone doesn't mean that you have to stick with warm colors. It's just that that's what's going to complement your features best. And girl, I mean, if you like a certain color and it doesn't necessarily fit you, whatever, just fuck the color wheel, rock it. So keeping that in mind, what I'm going to do for this combo works best for my skin tone, which is warm neutral. I'm going to use a warm persimmon and the neutral hazelnut. And when I layer those together, you'll see how those colors together are going to complement my skin tone.
So I think this is going to help you guys as much as it helped me. Since it's pretty boring to watch me put on lipstick, I figured I'd share this graphic, which you can use to determine your skin tone. So you start with your eye color. My eyes are green, so then I'm going to go down to, do you prefer gold or silver jewelry? Now again, don't really pay attention to what you like, pay attention to what looks best on you. So since I look best in gold, I'm going to go down to the third question, which is, what color are your veins? Now this can be pretty hard to tell. What I did is I shined a flashlight on my wrist to see what color the veins looked like the most. And I think that they're pretty green or bluish green. So either way, that brings me down to the neutral, and that's basically what I already knew, that my skin tone is neutral. So what I did for this combo was the first layer was hazelnut, second was persimmon, and third was another one of hazelnut. And that's going to make sure that the color has a really nice warm undertone, but it's still neutral, which is going to work well on everyone. If you're somewhere in the middle of the spectrum like I am, you can always use a neutral color with a warm or cool color, and that's going to balance it out really well. And then I'm just going to top it off with Glossy Gloss and then the Matte Gloss.
So even though this is a darker color, I still think it looks really natural on me and it complements my skin tone because it's neutral warm. If you have any questions about color theory, I don't know if I'm really the right person to ask about that, but I can try to answer them. If you need help figuring out what skin tone you are, I can definitely help you out with that. And if there are any combos that you want to see in the future, let me know and I'll see you next Wednesday.